Yo, what's good peeps? Just like every other month, December is bringing PlayStation and Xbox gamers a bunch of free games. Now, while some people such as myself do enjoy complaining about the offerings each and every month, I guess at the end of the day, a free game is a free game. Keeping it real, some months are certainly better than others, but at the end of the day, whether a month is good or not, it is all down to the type of games that you do enjoy playing. In this video, I'm going to be basically comparing the PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with gold for December 2021, and I will say at the point of putting this video together, Sony still haven't officially confirmed their lineup, but I am basically going off some of the leaks and the rumors, which do seem to be pretty concrete at this specific moment. But obviously things could change next week when Sony probably will do their official reveal, but hopefully these are the games. First up, we are starting with the Xbox game with gold for December 2021, as this lineup has been confirmed by Microsoft. First up, we've got the Escapists 2, which will be available and downloadable from the 1st of December all the way to the 31st of the month. In this wild and crazy game, you and 3 other buddies can try and bust out of the world's most dangerous prisons. You have to act like a model prisoner most of the time, but secretly you are plotting your epic escape. Definitely one of my personal favorite niche indie games over the years. I personally love this franchise. I love the first one. I absolutely love the second one with it being multiplayer. And this is definitely one of those games that if you haven't had the opportunity to play or download before, I would certainly recommend it. Next up is Tropico V, the Penultimate edition, which will be available and downloadable from the 15th of December to the 15th of January. There's no denying the fact that the Tropico series is a very popular and one of the more better civilization building strategy series out there. You start out in the colonial period and you try to lead them all the way into the modern age. It's worth noting that the Penultimate edition also includes the Big Cheese and the Hostile Takeover DLC. Definitely another solid entry. Even though Tropico 6 is currently out, this was still a really solid game, and one that maybe those who are not too familiar with the series could potentially dip their toes into playing this specific entry. Orcs Must Die is another entry on the Xbox games with gold for December 2021, and this will be available to download from the 1st of December all the way to the 31st of the month. Now, this is a classic Xbox 360 title. This is a fantasy game that is all about action and strategy. You have to defend 24 fortresses from a whole bunch of crazy monsters. Thankfully, you are a powerful war mage with a whole host of abilities and resources that you can use. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I haven't actually played this game before, but it definitely does look like a really decent game from some of the reviews that I've read online. So definitely worth checking out, especially if you do want to relive potentially what is considered a classic Xbox 360 game. Last on the Xbox list is Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, which will be downloadable from the 15th of December all the way to the 15th of January. Another Xbox 360 title. This one is a bit of a hidden gem for some of those who might not be too familiar with this particular game. And for those who don't know much about this game, it is basically a 2D game where you have to make your way to the center of this strange planet. It offers you a nice mixture of platforming, action, and puzzle solving too. So definitely something in this specific title that may reach out to a few different type of gamers out there.
Macros tried to kill me. He failed.
Moving over to the PlayStation Plus side of the things, and as I mentioned at the start of the video, it is worth noting that we are probably 99% sure that this lineup is going to be the official lineup, but as of putting this video together, it hasn't been officially confirmed that I'm aware of at this present moment. But you can rest assured to know that whatever PlayStation Plus lineup is going to be available, it should be available from the 7th of December until the 4th of January. First up on the list and will be available for PlayStation 5 owners is Godfall Challenger Edition. Now, what exactly is on offer in the Challengers Edition? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I will say that Godfall was a PlayStation 5 launch window game, and it has been seen as a pretty mediocre game for the best part, and I personally was going to look to get this game on on launch, but based on some of the reviews that I did see, I definitely did steer clear from grabbing that game, but I definitely will be downloading this one if it is going to be in the lineup. For those who don't know much about this specific game, it is an action RPG that is kind of clunky, but if you are a PlayStation 5 owner, it could still be worth checking out, as whilst I haven't played it, I don't think that it is a terrible game.
It's time for your madness to end, brother.
You seem different.
Next up, and rumored to be free for PS Plus members in December 2021, is Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell is basically an action RPG that has a pretty cool dark fantasy setting. From what I've seen, it has a kind of soul game thing about it. Definitely something that will appeal to those gamers who really do enjoy the Souls series. And currently looking at what the rumors do state, that this game has been listed as a PlayStation 4 game, but I do believe in 2021 an enhanced PS5 version was released, so perhaps PlayStation 5 owners will get this upgraded version. Who knows? Definitely waiting for Sony to obviously officially confirm that side of the fence, but definitely a decent freebie. LEGO DC Supervillains is next on the list for PlayStation Plus owners. There's no denying the fact that the LEGO games are always a blast, and this one is definitely one of the best that I've personally played before. Play as the ton of DC villains when the Justice League vanishes and they are replaced by an evil version of them from another world. This is fun and packed with a ton of stuff to do, so this is definitely going to be one of the hot games that you may probably want to test out over the Christmas period if you haven't had the opportunity to play this game before.
We're putting a team of super bad guys together to take down another team of super bad guys.
I guess we reached the section, which lineup do I think is better? Usually I do try and keep both of the free offerings each and every month in a separate video, but I definitely just for the entertainment purpose. But this time I just wanted to basically take a closer look at both lineups and see which one carries the biggest punch. If I'm honest with you, instantly I will probably go more with regarding the Xbox games with gold, simply just because I do really love the Escapists 2, even though I already own it, but it's definitely a game that I would love to see more people get the opportunity to play. Tropico V, the Penultimate edition, is also another great game, but with Tropico 6 already being released, which probably is the best part of 2 years now, it does definitely seem like a quite dated option, but still nonetheless, as I mentioned when I was talking about the game, for those who haven't had the opportunity to dive into the series, this could still be a great starting point. With all that being said, I still feel like the PlayStation Plus offering is probably one that's more suited for me personally, simply because I do not own Godfall or Mortal Shell, where I do obviously own LEGO DC Supervillains, but at the same time it's nice to actually see a game like Godfall offered in the PlayStation Plus, simply because it is a relatively new game which did come out with the PlayStation 5, and it's one that definitely has received a lot of backlash, but it's a game that I do feel like a lot of gamers out there are still curious to play this specific game. Mortal Shell isn't potentially one game that may appeal to me personally, but definitely I can see the appeal on that, and LEGO DC Supervillains is still a great game. So to me, it's definitely still a solid lineup from the PlayStation side of the fence, but I just feel with the Escapists 2, it's certainly a game that I would definitely love to see more gamers get the opportunity to play. Anyway, peeps, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which lineup more appeals to you? What do you think of the Xbox game with gold, and what do you think of the PlayStation Plus? As I've said a couple of times, I'm still not sure if that PlayStation lineup is official, so do not berate me if Sony do decide to change this come the end of next week, but as it stands, it definitely does seem like this is potentially the lineup that we could expect to see in December. Anyway, peeps, as always, if you did enjoy this urban gameplay video, be sure to smash the like button, do share it, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed before, and until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.